BSHL fans, and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. We're looking forward to an awesome weekend of playoff hockey in the BSHL. Unfortunately, right now, I don't have details for any cancellations and the game times for this weekend, so please tune in to the BSHL website or the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast Facebook page for further details. Now, here they are, the Coreys.
Hello and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. Man, storms suck.
They really do, don't
storms
they?
are annoying. Man, the hell. Currently on my lunch hour at work on Thursday, the 13th of February. We waited a bit to record this one because we knew this storm was coming and cancellation will be inevitable. So,
yeah.
Corey, Thursday's game is postponed for now.
Yes, the Miramichi Northmen were supposed to face the Bucktooth JCs at 8:30 at the JK. That's been postponed, and with that postponement, that means the game in Miramichi at the Civic has been postponed as well.
There's a tournament, I believe, this weekend looking at the ice schedules. So it's going to be tough for Bucktooth to figure out when to get ice or how to get ice. I'm really hopeful that they can get 2 games played this weekend. Monday is family day. So hopefully that leads to a game on Monday. It's not ideal, but storms happen. So for now, we don't know when the game's going to get played. Keep an eye on the Miramichi Facebook, Bucktooth Facebook, and our Facebook.
Yeah.
It'll be posted everywhere as soon as we know more. Sunday's game is up in the air as well.
So the only game right now that's almost pretty much guaranteed is the Elspuck Duckhawks going to Dalhousie, 7:30 that game. What's the name of the arena again?
The Inch Aaron Ice Palace.
Inch Aaron. So I kept calling it the Ed Sheeran.
Good for you. Yeah, the Ed Sheeran. It's perfect. It's a perfect ring.
Ed Sheeran. There you go. So,
name me 3 Ed Sheeran songs, Corey.
I can't fucking name you one.
Perfect is one, and I was making a joke about it.
Okay.
I knew you didn't get the joke.
The only reason I know who Ed Sheeran is...
Sorry for coughing, folks.
No, don't worry. It's okay. You're allowed. The only reason I know who Ed Sheeran is, they had these Garbage Pail Kid cards.
Okay.
And one was Red Sheeran, where he's like shaving his head, but he's taking off all the skin on top of his head.
Good Lord.
And then I looked up who Ed Sheeran was, and he's a dude.
He sure is. He's a very talented singer. So
can tell you.
Saturday, I'll be in Dalhousie. You're taking that one off. I'm going to be live streaming it, so keep an eye out if you're not from Dalhousie. If you're from Dalhousie, get to the rink. Support the Dalhousie Marauders. Buy some 50-50. Win
the
some
only
money.
Negative thing about Dalhousie, the one single negative thing about Dalhousie, it's far.
Yep, that's it. I agree with you.
The place is perfect.
It's a hell of a drive. The rink's beautiful. People are great. It's going to be a great game Saturday night. I'm looking forward to it. Sunday, there's a storm coming. Yeah. We'll let you know what happens there as well. But that's playoff hockey. When you look at the schedule, there's extra time allotted in case this happens.
Yeah.
And the first round finished quickly, so that helps. It's just annoying as hell, though. So I was looking forward to seeing Bucktooth and Miramichi again because that's been absolutely amazing so far.
Both series are. I think the more surprising series would be Miramichi and Bucktooth because Miramichi had 2 comeback, not wins, but 2 comebacks, 1 win, 1 overtime loss.
Yep.
I think Bucktooth finds its legs in the next 2 games. I think maybe a little bit of rust was there. I think I don't think the rust is going to be there, and I think we're going to have 2 very, very intense, potentially violent games.
Yeah, there's a lot of aggression there. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing some. I'm just bummed about the delay. So there's just not much more than that to say. Hoping though that in a little bit of extra time gives Dan Vautour some time to heal up.
Yes.
Even though Andrew Langtang looked phenomenal in net. Mm-hmm. We know that's Dan Vautour's team to goaltend, and he'd see somebody injured. I I don't know how it can get more physical. You say you expect it to get more physical or more violent. Those games were insane.
Mhm.
I just don't see it.
On both sides, like
Yeah.
on in both series, I should say. Like we haven't had a medical update on Mac Brown, but he took a nasty hit in that game as well.
You didn't feel it was that bad live, and then rewatching it, you hated it. That's kind of what went down with that.
I saw it off a little. So Cheryl had the clip, and she had it far away from me because I was live streaming and she wasn't down in the seats. And I saw it from far away, and it was like, okay, he's down. Didn't look that bad. When I watched it on my TV, it's like a hit straight to the head. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible hit. It's a scary one. And I know Blair wouldn't have meant to have done that. He's just not that kind of a player.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional, but it's still a dangerous hit.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know. I think we'll see what happens. It's hard to fill an episode sometimes when there's a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
We don't know when there's going to be a game. We don't know. We just don't know. Do you think the trend continues in that series or in all the series? Do you think the home team keeps winning? Were you expecting an upset from Miramichi tonight?
I think I'm not going to tell you yes or no because I really don't know, but I do think that the one team that can get a win away has a good chance of taking the series.
Yeah, I think Miramichi is right there.
Miramichi's right there. I can't count out the Bucktooth JCs. I mean, they've been proving everybody wrong all season. People were saying, yeah, they're probably going to be the bottom team. Then they make all these signings and they're like, wait a minute, they could win a cup this year. So, the talent is there. It's to not give up those leads. You're up by 3, be up by 4.
I just think Miramichi is clicking in some way that's very reminiscent for me of the River Valley Lumberjacks last year.
Yep, I agree.
Just chemistry, something just looks right when they're on the ice together. I think that comeback in Miramichi, that doesn't happen if you're not, buying in. You don't have a ton of heart. You're not gonna just give her. Mm-hmm. So I really think Miramichi could. I was kind of expecting Miramichi to come into Bucktush tonight and possibly upset them. And
it's very possible.
It would have been a very interesting story.
I think that the storyline for game 1 of both games were teams, going down by a lot and making a comeback. Didn't pay off in the end. LC ended up losing, but they did make a comeback. Miramichi made a comeback. They did not win, but in their home barns, they got it done.
Coolbet has Dalhousie favored at home, Miramichi not favored in Bucktush, Miramichi not favored in Miramichi, and then LC not favored in their home rink. So it's
I don't know how. I think that's. Don't take that bet. I think LC's proven everybody wrong when they're at home. There's just something in the air.
Some money to be made, though.
There's some money to be made.
Make that bet. Be a Joel, and make that bet. LC at home, they're the underdogs. I think that's probably a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
Miramichi at home, they're the underdogs. I think that's another. I don't know. Yeah. Again, they were down last week, came back and won in overtime. That's a team that can win at home for sure.
Yeah.
So if I'm recommending any bets that you're making this weekend, I'd be betting on Miramichi at home and on LC at home for sure. Hopefully, right now, I don't know. Some people are kind of going, does the series for Miramichi Bucktush get delayed like a week? Does Bucktush find ice and then Miramichi plays next Friday at home? We don't know, but hopefully they do manage to make those 2 games up.
I did talk to you before we started recording, and I said where there's a will, there's a way. Rishi Bucktu is not far. I'm sure they can find ice there if there's something.
There's definitely some ice availability in Rishabukto. Yeah. Would you enjoy that? Would you like to see a Bucktush?
No, my favorite place to go in the league is Bucktush. Their barn is.
That's not fair. You literally live 2 minutes away. It's not fair.
That's why.
It's one of my favorite places, but just because there was fans from Miramichi that made their way down for the first time to Bucktush. late in the regular season, that Dalhousie game, I believe, in Bucktush, and they told me, they were like, we had no idea this rink was this nice.
Mhm.
Like, it's a junior hockey quality
Yep.
rink in senior hockey. It's wild. It's a beautiful rink, and it's warm. I don't know. It's an amazing rink.
Yeah.
And Corey lives like in the basement of it. I don't know. You live so fucking close right now.
I don't even think it's 2 minutes. It might be 90 seconds at the most.
Some talk about you moving back towards this direction, right?
Yeah. Since my stepdad passed away, all my family lives on my mom's side, that is, and my dad's side, actually, like my real dad. They all live towards San Luis, Rishabuktu area. So, in the near future, I think we're going to head our way back there.
You're looking at St. Louis or looking at Rishabuktu?
Either or. I both called home at one point or the other.
Yeah. You work in St. Anne, right? The Côte Saint-Anne?
Yep.
So St. Louis would be a little drive, but it wouldn't be that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not like I'm working in Dalhousie.
Good God. What would you be doing if you're working in Dalhousie? Making pizzas for Travis.
Working at Smoke Shop 69 for Pop-Off. I got plenty of opportunities in Dalhousie.
You've got opportunity. You've got employment potential in Dalhousie, New Brunswick.
There you go.
What would I be doing if I was living in Dalhousie? I don't even know.
Making pizzas for Travis, working at Smoke Shop 69 for Pop-Off. I think we're good here.
Yeah, good God. It's all about I don't know if Travis could use both of us, though. He seems to have a pretty good setup
one
now.
To make the pizza, one to eat them.
You want to get paid to eat the pizza?
Hell yeah. Well, that sounds amazing.
So this went to a weird spot. It's a short episode, but we'll end it here. We might be back later this week once we know more about some of the games, but keep an eye on the Facebook. Corey, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you soon.
Take care.